Tara Maller is a former CIA military analyst, now a spokesperson for the Counter Extremism Project, which calls itself a nonprofit, nonpartisan organization dedicated to fighting extremist ideologies. Looks like they're behind the gun on this thing. A long delay, Tara.
Yeah, it looks like, there have been some problems with the investigation. They apprehended a suspect. It was the wrong suspect. That's a lot of time lost. The actual suspect now that they're looking for is on the run and is armed. The information in terms of documents in the truck were not really revealed publicly till today. It seems like there were lots of things that went slowly here. And in addition, there was a stolen truck that then rammed into a Christmas market. So what was happening from the time when the truck was stolen to the time the attack happened? There was a window of opportunity. And then add to this that before all of these things went into play with the attack, this individual was on the radar of law enforcement. German officials had been tracking this individual. German officials were aware of some of his ties. I read reports today that his phone was being monitored. That was reported in some foreign press. And then he sort of went dark or went underground. So, I don't want to jump the gun in terms of saying that there were blunders and this could have been prevented, but I'm going to jump the gun and say there were blunders and this may have been able to be prevented.
In the United States, for one, in London, certainly in many areas of the world, there'd be cameras on every corner, and they'd be able to track this truck, especially in such a very popular, sort of fashionable district of West Berlin. They'd been able to track this, but largely because of Germany's history, they don't have this kind of surveillance, if you will.
You're correct. There are certain cities that are better with these cameras and monitoring than others. I'll also add that there are certain cities that have stronger police departments working counterterrorism issues. The NYPD, for example, being one of the most stellar and prime examples. Great resources on the intelligence side of the equation, almost equal to some small countries around the globe. So the German officials and a lot of the law enforcement in countries like Europe, in cities like Brussels, they're inundated. So while there may have been things missed, it's also because of the lack of resources. They don't have enough people. They don't have enough experts tracking these individuals. They have to have some of them fall off the radar just as resource constraint issues come up. We don't know sort of why the tracking stopped. We don't know how the individual fell off their radar. We haven't apprehended the suspect yet, so we don't know if other signs were missed by those family, friends, colleagues, or people who may have been in touch with him prior to the attack. But I think we'll know more once, hopefully, they find the suspect and once they're able to apprehend perhaps documents from a residence, computer, cell phone records, and all of that. That's sort of probably the next step in the investigation.
This is a moment of great peril for Angela Merkel and her government, isn't it?
It is. I mean, not just because it's holiday season and not just because this happened sort of in an open place market, but, if this individual, which is being reported, was also seeking potential asylum in Germany, came from Italy, from Tunisia originally, it could create some domestic political pressure on Angela Merkel, who's been very open to bringing in, refugees. Policies that are meant to help people who are fleeing from major humanitarian crises in places like Syria. And it will be unfortunate if somebody did slip through the cracks and carried out this sort of attack, because it's going to turn the political tide against sort of those open humanitarian policies.
Yeah, going to be very difficult on the economy as well. Tara Maller, great to see you. Happy holidays. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Happy holidays to you.
Thank you.